So good evening, everyone. Uh, in the last class, we already started the theory of computation subject, and today we are going to start first unit. So just a minute, let me share my today's presentation slides. Okay, is the screen clearly visible to all of you? Just write in the chat box. Okay, so let's start today's class. So the first topic of unit 1 is finite automata. So as you can see on your screen that first we will define the finite automata. So as the name suggests, a finite automata has a finite set of states. Means it can be countable, with which it accepts or rejects strings. So it has two functions. Either it will accept the state or it will reject the state. But the condition is the states must be finite. So the finite automata is basically divided into two classifications or groups. So as you can see on your screen, the finite automata with output in the first group, and in the second group it is finite automata without output. So in the finite automata with output means here we get the output at the last. So it can be further classified into the Moore machine and the Mealy machine. And the finite automata without output can be classified into the DFA, means deterministic finite automata, NFA means non-deterministic finite automata, and epsilon NFA. It is known as the epsilon NFA. Epsilon we already discussed in the last class. Epsilon means the empty string, and I already uploaded the last class video on the college YouTube channel, so you can refer that first video lecture of theory of computation. So So this is the categorization of finite automata. The finite automata with output and the finite automata without output. So we will discuss it in detail in somewhat in today's class and later on in the next classes. So moving on. First we will try to discuss the finite automata in detail. So first we discuss the finite automata model. So a finite automata is basically a device or a model that recognizes a language. A language we already discussed in the last class that a language is a set of strings. It has finite memory and an input tape. So these are the components of the language. Each input symbol that is read causes the machine to update its state based on its current state. Many times this current state is also called as the present state and the symbol read. So the machine accepts the input if it it is in the accept state uh, at the end of the string. So at the end of the string, if it reaches the accept state, then that string is accepted by that machine. Otherwise, that string is rejected by that machine. So this is the basis, or this is the basically the definition of the finite automata model. And now we will discuss the this is the basic diagram of the finite state automata, as you can see on your screen. So there are certain components of this finite automata. So first component is the input tape. As you can see, this is the input tape. Here in this tape, we will insert the input. Uh, um, Generally, the input is inserted from left to right. From left to right. The input is inserted. One cell at a time. Means if your string consists of A, B, C, A, D, such string, then you can insert the A here, then B, then C, then A, and then D, and then so on. And the string will be ended with this symbol. This symbol is a special symbol, and it denotes the end of the string. It is known as the dollar symbol. Just a minute, some other participants are waiting in the lobby. I am allowing them. Okay, so the input tape will consist of the input symbols, and this the input symbol will be inserted one symbol in each cell, and it is being ended with this special symbol known as the dollar symbol. It is pitched. The end of the string always end with the dollar symbol. Then the other component is the head, which is known as the input head. So here you can see it is written as it is only the read head. So as we move from left to right, first it reads the A, then it reads then it shift to right, then it reads the B symbol, then it again moves to the right and again read the C symbol and so on. Then the other component is the finite state control. This control is very important, and it consists of the states. The means at first the machine is at zero q0 state, and after the transaction, after some transaction, it will be at the q1 state. Then after certain transaction, it will be at the q2 state, and so on. And finally, the machine will have only two states. Either it accepts the string or it rejects the string. So if at last it reach the accepting state, the machine will accept the string, and other than the accepting state, if it reach those states, then the string is rejected by that machine. So this is the block diagram of finite automata. So, so so here we explain its components. The role of the input tape. It is the linear tape having some number of cells. Each input symbol is placed in each cell. We already discussed it. Finite state control. This is the finite state control. The finite state control decides the next state on receiving particular input from the input tape. The tape reader reads the cell one by one from left to right, as we already discussed, and at a time only one input symbol is read. Then the other component is the read head. The head can either read from left to right or from right to left. So remember, the head can move in only in one direction. Either the head can move from left to right or from right to left, but it cannot be move in both the directions. So one, and it can read only one symbol from the input tab at a time. So these are the components of the finite automata. Just remember these components when you are explaining the block diagram of the finite automata. In your examination, if somebody asked in your 2 marks question, define finite automata, then you need to draw this finite automata diagram, and you need to explain its components. So All of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Okay, so a finite automata consists of the following. These are the components of a finite automata. So a finite automata consists of five components. So these are the five components. The first component is denoted as capital Q. The capital Q denotes that finite set of states, means how many states are there in an automata. Then sigma, which denotes the set of input symbols. Then delta, which is known as the transition function, and transition function is different for different automata. So this is very important. The next is Q naught, which is known as the initial state or the start state. It is also called as the start state. And finally, the set of final states, which is denoted by capital F. So just remember these notations in your mind, because a finite automata can consist of five components. So we can represent it. We can represent a finite automata by using these. So a formal specification of finite automata can be it can be written or it can be explained with these five components, like with Q, sigma, delta, then Q naught and F. So a final specification of finite automata can be given with these five components. So you will understand it better when we try to explain some examples of finite automata. So moving forward, so but there are certain applications and limitations of finite automata. So these type of questions are generally asked in the 2 mark questions of art 2 mark question in the RTO examination. So what are the applications of finite automata? So there are certain applications of finite automata. So first is for the designing of lexical analysis of a compiler. So compiler design subject you will be studying in the fifth semester, and in the compiler there is a phase known as the lexical analysis. So the finite automata is used for designing the lexical analysis phase of the compiler. The second application is for recognizing the patterns using regular expressions. So regular expressions we will going to study in this unit the later on. So the finite automata is used for recognizing the patterns of the regular expressions. The third application is for the designing of combinational and sequential circuits using Mealy and Murray machines. You already studied in your digital electronics subject in your third semester the combinational and the sequential circuits. So finite automata is used for designing the combinational and sequential circuits by using the Mealy and Murray machines. And the fourth application is it is used in text editors. So you can also use the finite automata in text editors. And the last application of finite automata is it is for the implementation of spell checkers. So it can be used in the implementation of spell checkers. So you need to remember at least two or three applications of the finite automata in order to to score marks. If a question asked in your examination, write the applications of finite automata. It it can be asked in the 2 mark question of your RTO examination. So next topic is limitations of finite automata. So there are also certain limitations of finite automata. So the first limitation is finite automata can only count finite input. So as its name suggests, it can only have having only finite states. So that's why it can only count finite inputs. The second point is there is no finite automata that can find and recognize set of binary strings of equal zeros and ones. Means uh, there isn't any finite automata available which can recognize the binary strings of equal zeros and ones. So the third limitation is string set of strings over left parenthesis and right parenthesis and have balanced parentheses. So as you already studied in your third semester subject known as data structure and algorithm, in which uh, a stacked data structure is used for balancing the parentheses. So a finite automata is also deal with the balancing parentheses, but the set of strings over the left parenthesis and the right parenthesis. So it is a limitations of finite automata. The fourth limitation is input tape is read only, and only memory it has is state to state. So the input tape is read only, and it cannot write anything. So this is the limitation of finite automata. The fifth limitation is it can have only string patterns. So on it can only check the string patterns only and not other patterns. The last limitation is head movement is in only one direction. As we already discussed, the head will either move from left to right or from right to left, but it cannot be moved in both the directions. So this is the limitation of finite automata. So all of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. So basically, a finite automata is a model. It consists of some components known as the input component, the finite state control, which consists of some states, and it consists of a head, uh, which is a read-only head. The head can move either in left to right or from right to left. So it has certain advantages which you need to remember. Also, it can have many limitations for which we need to design other automata, which we will going to study in the next units. But in the unit one, we are going to study the finite automata and its and the automata which are made from the finite automata with the automata with are having in with outputs like the Mealy and the Moore machine, and the other automata which are without output like the DFA, means deterministic finite automata, the NFA, the non-deterministic finite automata. So we are going to study it in detail in the next classes. And so all of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. I already uploaded the first lecture of TOC on the college YouTube channel. You can you can access that video lecture from the college YouTube channel. So moving on to the next topic. The next topic is transition diagram. So as the name suggests, a transition diagram, or it is also called as the state transition diagram, is a directed graph which can be constructed as follows. So there is a node for each state in Q, means each state is represented with capital Q, which is represented by the circle. There is a directed edge. The second point is there is a directed edge from node Q to node P, which can be labeled as delta QA is equal to P. Means we are moving from state Q to state P by using the transition A. In the start state, the third point, in the start state, there is an arrow with no source. And finally, accepting the next point is accepting states or final states are indicated by the double circle. Just remember it, the final states can be shown with double circles. So just remember these points. So some notations of the transition state diagram are of this type. Like the states can be given by the circle, can be written under the circle. Then a transition from one state to another, it is represented with the line, with the arrow, like this. The start state is written with the Q naught state. Then sometimes it is written as the start here, and sometimes it is written as the start is not written here. But if Q naught is given, so you need to understand that it is the start state. And the final state has been identified by the double circle. So as you can see here, Here, a double circle is here to represent the final state. So these are the notations by which you can understand which is the final state uh, on by having a transaction from one state to the next state. You are moving to the same state or to the other state. So these are the transition. A transition diagram consists of these type of components. So let us take an example in order to understand it much more clearly. So example says a construct a DFA means deterministic finite automata with we will study in detail the DFA afterwards with sigma consists of 0 1 means the machine only contains the symbol zeros and ones which accepts all strings starting with 1. So here a condition is given that the machine will accept all strings which starts with 1 only and not with 0. So here a transition diagram is made which consists of um, a machine which accepts the string which starts with 1 only. So here we start with the Q naught. Q naught is the this is the initial state. Uh, and now we have only the two symbols in the input 0 and 1, and a condition is there that a machine accepts all strings starting with 1. So on reaching Q naught, the starting state, we have two options. Either we need we can move it with the 0 transition, or we can move it with the 1 transition. So as the condition is given, it accepts all strings starting with 1. So with the 1 transition, it accepts with it reaches to the final state. So the final state is being identified by having the double circle, then the other condition is automatically violated because it cannot be accepted by the strings which starts with 0. So the strings which starts with 0 will reach to the other state which is known as the Q2, and this state is known as the dead state. This is the dead state. This state is called as the dead state because after reaching this state you cannot move to the other state, or you cannot move to the final state. So that's why this state Q2 is called as the dead state, and this state is called as the final state. This is the final state. So after reaching Q1, this final state, either you can have 0 or 1, you can still be on the final state. So this is the transition diagram of this machine, which accepts all strings starting with 1. So all of you understand it, how we need to design the transition diagram according to the condition given. Just write in the chat box, because these type of questions are basic are basis for the next finite automata, so you need to understand it. Ayush Patwa, Achita Parashar, all of you understand it? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Okay, so we are taking example 2 related to the transition diagram. In this example, we are constructing the NFA, means non-deterministic finite automata, with sigma is equal to 0, 1, and it accepts all strings starting with 1. So the same question is given, but here we are constructing the NFA, and in the example when we are constructing the DFA. So here the transition diagram will look like this. We start with the initial state, which is known as the Q naught, and after getting 1, it moves to the accepting state, which can be denoted with the double circle. So as it is as this is NFA, so in NFA we need not to take the symbols which is of no relevance. So here the string starting with 0 has no relevance, so we are not taking 0 here. And after getting the 1, we can get any combination of zeros and 1, it can be accepted. So this is the transition diagram of the NFA. So just remember that Q naught is the initial state, and the accepting state can be denoted with the double circle. So moving on to the next topic, which is known as the transition table. So as the name suggests, we need to make a table from the transition diagram. So here the transition table is basically a tabular representation of the transition function. So a transition function, we already know that transition function is denoted by delta, and it is one of the component of the finite automata out of the 5 components. So it takes 2 arguments, a state and a symbol. So these are the input symbols. It takes 2 arguments and returns a state, the next state, and the output is the next state. So a transition table is represented by the following things. So these are some of the characteristics of the transition table. So column corresponds to the input symbols, rows correspond to the state, entries correspond to the next state. The start state is denoted by an arrow with no source, and the accept state is denoted by a star. So these are the characteristics of the transition table. So just make the transition table according to these characteristics. Just remember that the column correspond to the input symbols and the rows correspond to the states. So now moving on, just remember these 2 points. So here construct the transition table of the given DFA. So a deterministic finite automata is given. So this deterministic finite automata is given here. In this automata we have 3 states. So only 5 minutes are remaining. So just I am explaining this topic of transition diagram. So here you can see there are 3 states, Q0, Q1 and Q2. So as the condition is given that the states are being represented in the rows. So here 3 rows are represented with the states Q0, Q1 and Q2. So as Q0 is the initial state, so it is represented with the arrow sign, this, which denotes the initial state. Then Q1 is the middle state and Q2 is the final state. So final state has been represented with the asterisk mark, or it can be represented with the circle mark. Means you can also represent Q2 in a circle to show that this is the final state. Then we need to fill these entries in the input 0 and the input 1. So just pay attention here. but as we stand on Q naught, and after getting zero input, as you can see here, after getting this zero input, we as the direction we move to Q1. So um, the present state is Q naught, and after getting zero input, we move to Q1 state. And in the same way, if we are at Q naught, and after getting this one state, we move to Q2. So when the next state of input is 1, we move to Q2. So that's how we fill the row corresponds to state Q naught. In the same way, we need to fill the next state corresponds to states Q1 and Q2. As now concentrate on Q1. So when getting uh, input 0, the Q1 reaches to Q naught. Just see the direction. After getting 0, the Q1 moves to Q naught. So here we are written Q naught. And we need to fill the entry when Q1 gets the input 1. So after getting input 1, Q1 reaches to Q2 by using this arrow. So here, after getting 1, Q1 reaches to Q2. Now, as you can see here, you are on Q2, and on getting 0 or 1, this a self loop is there on Q2. So on getting 0, either 0 input or 1 input, you are on the Q2. So just write Q2 and Q2 corresponding to 0 and 1 input. So that's how we can fill the transition table corresponding to the um, to the DFA or any finite automata. So all of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box. So that's it for today's class. Thank you very much for attending the class. And the next topic we will going to discuss in the next class.
सर रिजल्ट पीडीएफ ऑफिस शेयर कर देंगे।
Hello?
ये सर हम लोग पीडीएफ के लिए बोल रहे हैं कि शेयर कर देंगे तो हम वापस रीड आउट कर पाएंगे अभी पढ़ा नहीं है।
Your voice is not clear. You can write in the chat box. Whatever your question, you can write in the chat box.